Okay, and now for what I believe to be the most controversial one, The Amazing Spider-Man. I'll be honest. I'll be honest. I wasn't sure I felt about that. I felt like it was unnecessary. I felt like it was a little too soon after the Tobey Maguire movie.
I'm sure how I feel about it.
But here's the thing, I understand why they did it because I believe there's a certain amount of movies you got to continue to make in a certain time frame to keep up your contract and keep the rights, blah, blah, blah. I get that. Okay, I get why they did it.
Always the man.
I get why they did it, but I just felt like, this is not going to work. But I got some interest after I saw the first trailer. I always preferred the idea of showing him Peter in high school a little longer because one of my favorite stories on Spider-Man universe was Ultimate Spider-Man, with him being in high school, being a teenager, having to deal with that as a teenager. So when I saw that it was going to be coming from that route and not getting him direct out of high school, he's going to still be there, I was like, okay, I can see that. They started him off with Gwen Stacy, which is actually true to the comics. I was like, okay. So, seeing that, I was like, they got me interested. I was like, okay, then that doing the exact same thing. I saw Andrew Garfield and the way he was portraying, and just in the trailers I've seen, portraying him to be a lot of people just went straight and said, oh, he's being emo, stuff like that. I don't like that. I didn't get that from him. But at the same time, I didn't get the whole nerdy, weak kind of thing. I got him more of like, not tortured soul. I mean, once again, I got to see the movie. I'm just looking at trailers right now. But the vibe that I got from him, from what I seen in the trailers of him being Peter Parker, seemed interesting. I saw a trailer of him in the Spider-Man costume making jokes. I was like, okay, he is Spider-Man. That's one of the big parts of his personality. And Tobey Maguire didn't really do a whole lot of that in the movies. And doing a whole joking thing. So if Andrew Garfield could pull that off, that'd be pretty cool. To go with the Lizard on this one, I don't really have to say for the villain kind of thing. I mean, they kind of used up a lot of the good ones already. So, I mean, hey, he's kind of just ball. But he has a great rogues gallery. So, however many movies they go forward with this continuity, they have a lot of great villains to pull from anyway. So, so I don't know. I'm hopefully optimistic about it. I'm not sure exactly what I expect right now, but at first, I was just like, this is going to be terrible. But right now, I'm cautiously optimistic that Amazing Spider-Man could actually be a good movie. I think it could. I think I could go in there and come out and be like, I enjoyed that. I really think that's a possibility right now. I could be wrong. And out of all the movies, this is one that probably has the most chance of disappointing me and being a flop. It's probably going to do very good in theaters. It probably will do very well. I think it has potential personally. That's one of those ones up in the air right now. But I'm not ready to just say, oh, this is going to be terrible. I'm going to watch it and hope for the best. I want it to be good. I really do now. I do want it to be good. I think it's possible,
He says he's optimistic. I have to say I'm not. Because so far the Spider-Man movies that have come out have kind of let me down personally. Spider-Man's my favorite superhero, and I don't feel that we've had the proper portrayal of Spider-Man yet. And I guess more specifically Peter Parker as Peter Parker.
His portrayal.
Peter Parker. As being Peter Parker in the portrayal of which we have had of Peter Parker. Anyways, this new movie, I don't know. Honestly, I haven't even looked at anything about it because I don't really care. I do want to care, but then I heard they're going to do a reboot. I was like, well, I guess it's better than a part 4. And they were all like, what? We're not going to have a part 4 with the same cat? No, you're not. No. I don't know. I mean, I'm not really optimistic.
Yeah, I mean, I would say out of all the options, it's probably better than a part 4. It's probably a better option. It's definitely a better option.
I think if Marvel had it, Marvel had it, it'd be a completely different thing.
In Marvel Studios, yeah.
And then Spider-Man could be in the Avengers movie. Oh my God,
that would be so. That would have been awesome. But like I said, I felt like it was too early for it. I understand why they did it, but at the same time, as opposed to Spider-Man 4, it's probably the best option. Like I said, I'm optimistic. You so much, I guess not so much, but either way, however you slice it, we have 3 new superhero movies coming out. It's going to be jam-packed. You have a conclusion of an epic trilogy from Christopher Nolan, Dark Knight Rises. We have the culmination of years of superhero movies from Marvel Studios, starting with Iron Man, culminating in the Avengers. And then we have possibly a relaunching of the Spider-Man franchise that could possibly take it out to new waters and take it in a new, bright direction.
Hopefully.
So, so we'll see what happens here.
At the end of the day, all 3 of these movies are going to get my money.
Yeah.
Even the Spider-Man one. It's
quite honestly.
So I can complain as much as I want because I'm going to pay you anyway.
Yeah, so.
I'm going to give you my money.
Yeah.
I probably will end up seeing it in 3D. Even though I don't even want to do that. So you know what? You're going to get my money anyway. So I might as well just tell you how I feel.
Yeah. So what do you guys think? Is there any one movie you're particularly more excited for? Any you're going to boycott? Personally, I think that everybody needs to agree that we have 3 potentially great movies coming out. Well, I'll say 2 and possibly maybe another one that are coming out, and they all need to be given equal chance, and they all have their own place, all have their own air about them, and they can all exist in the same world. Because I don't want a world where all we have is a bunch of superhero movies, just like with Christopher Nolan's doing Batman. I don't want a world where all the superhero movies are just like what we've seen with Marvel Studios. I want both. I want both of them. I want my deep, dark, superhero, realistic Jane, and then I want my cool, explosion-filled comic book one.
Yeah.
I believe that's the best world right there.
Yeah.
So that's why you should love all 3 or 2.5.
Yeah. Peace.